Hey, Clip Art family. My name is Lucille, and welcome to Clip Artistry Heaven. Around here, I speak about all things digital products, how we sell on Etsy, as well as your own private website, and anything and everything in between, such as AI tools, the processes that I use, the software that I use in my business, and whatever I know, I freely share with my community. So if you are new here, thank you so much for stopping and for clicking on my video. I hope this video helps you on your digital product journey. And if you are a returning viewer, thank you. Your support means a lot to me, and I absolutely love your engagement. So today's video is about creating digital products, although we're going to dive into print on demand. Now, I'm not a current print on demand seller. I did try this last year when I was fairly new into Etsy, and because it's a different ball game for me, it's not something that I'm actually currently focused on. The reason I'm making this video, which is touching on print on demand slightly, is because one of my members in my paid community, AI Prompt Heaven, actually asked me about this particular digital product, and I thought, let me just use the knowledge that I've got and just put a video together, and hopefully it helps both the member as well as anyone else who's looking at selling Christmas ornaments during Q4 on Etsy. Now, from my research, I know for a fact Christmas ornaments are extremely popular, right? We can have a look at a few on Etsy. It is one of those products that sells extremely well during Q4. As I've said, I am not an active seller of it, but I did sell it before when I had a print-on-demand store. I simply do not have one at the moment. Okay, so we can first look at like a broad search. Okay, yeah, so just ornament PNG, which is fairly broad, and then it will just list all the ornaments that is currently selling on Etsy. Now you can see here, okay, I think there used to be a number indication here. I don't know where it is now. So let's just go through it. That's not an ornament, but this is what I'm talking about. This is like the ornament that you hang on a Christmas tree. It's very personalized. So you don't just buy ornament for the sake of buying it. My mom used to buy us ornaments back in the day when I was still a kid, long time ago, and our names would be on the each one would have their own ornament hanging on the Christmas tree. So that kind of vibe. The idea of the ornament is that it's very personalized, right? And as you can see, just stay away from these trademarked and heavily protected brands. It's non-negotiable. We should not be designing these, but there's always the few risky ones that just makes it difficult for all of us. So please just stay away. They sell well. They make more sales. They are best sellers. We understand that, but it's not okay to design something that doesn't actually belong to you. So just be original and create your own. Look out for these best seller stickers. Those are always indicators that they are selling very well. This is like definitely not trademarked, so it's someone that actually it's selling on its own. It's selling very well, and it's an original design, right? So this is just basically just to give you an idea of what it is you can design like this, very, very personalized. So we had something similar to this. So you can have your design, which we will do now in with AI software. You can have the S and then the whole word Sophia written out. So the point here is basically just to validate what you are going to sell. I just went in broad, as I've explained to you guys now. I went in ornament PNG. I didn't say Halloween. I didn't say Christmas. I didn't say anything. But let Etsy tell you what is selling. And that's already your first indicator. So I see Christmas. I see Christmas. I see Christmas. This is your validation process. It's not hard. It's not difficult. Don't overcomplicate things. Stay away from Mickey Mouse, please. Disney princesses. Stay away from all of these. Just come up with your own. This is very unique. It's beautiful. And validate your idea. Get some inspiration from your idea. Get some validation based on your idea, ornaments, and then just see what's selling. Look here. Here we've got a teacher mixed with Christmas. So she's getting it, he or she is getting it both sides. The niche in the educational teacher niche as well as Christmas. So she is not just stacking up in terms of keyword research. Here you've got something different, non-Christmassy. I think it's the first non-Christmassy one that we've actually encountered now. The point here is from what you can take from this screen, Christmas, Christmas, Christmas sells in this keyword that we've used here on top. Albeit that we did find like a stained glass type of art style for dogs, 200 different dog breeds over here. So that's, maybe you can make a note of that. But the rest are all Christmas, 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 Christmas. So Christmas it is. We will go with Christmas. Anyway, so once you've validated your idea, you've got popular now. You can see they're picking up. You've got bestseller stickers. Let's see. Popular now again. Popular. Bestseller, bestseller. So we've got our validation done, right? Then I have used ChatGPT for this process, and I've just asked for 10 prompts that we will use in Artistly in a minute. Okay, so what you need to do in terms of your prompt, you need to just, I would say, very important in your prompt building, make sure that you use watercolor if that's your thing, if that's what you want to go for. If you want to go for 3D art style, airbrush art style, glossy, animation, pixelated, whatever. For the purpose of this video, we're just going to stick to watercolor art style. And then the second thing of building your prompt, it must be on white or transparent background, because you can't have borders on your ornament final product. You just need to make sure that the AI is generating it on a background that's going to work for your ornament. So I've already done that. Let's just copy. So I will be using the AI Art Illustrator. Within the AI Art Illustrator, we've got a lot of options. So you saw the dogs with the 200 breed bundle. You can use this stained glass to get that effect. You've got the impasto oil painting, also very popular. So there's a lot of ways and things that you can do in the AI Art Illustrator. If you don't know Artistly, it is a once-off payment. Yes, that's correct. A once-off payment system. You don't pay ever again. You can start with the $49 plan, or you can buy the $147, which is just open. It opens all the features. There's no limitations, and you get access to all future updates. So those are your two packages. Both is a once-off lifetime payment, and there's no monthly subscriptions. Let's go to my favorite, watercolor inspired digital style. I'm going to just copy and paste. Okay, so we will just copy and paste. I also want to try some other art styles, so I'll go watercolor art style instead of the digitally inspired one. Let's go for, yeah, so the motivation with creating these ornaments is the fact that they sell very well. Initially, when I looked at this, it was the reason I got into it when I had a print on demand store, which didn't really last very long for me, because some people can do the hybrid, and my store was in a hybrid. I had two stores. Some people say that it's the way to go, have a hybrid store, have physical and digital products. You create the design once, and then you can also offer it as a physical product. I don't know. It didn't work for me, although I gave up very quickly. I do feel that there's a lot more into print on demand that sort of just that is slightly different. The thinking and the methodology and the audience is very, not slightly, very different to someone that's buying a digital product. When you sell a digital product, you are selling it as a supplier to another seller, more than likely. Yes, there are people who would be creating for the joy of creating and personal reasons, but the majority of people that's buying print on demand designs more than likely would be buying it for a physical product, which is like print-on-demand seller or a crafter or someone that's got a physical store and they don't have time to design and clean up the design and mock it up and whatever. They just want the design, they love it, slap it on a t-shirt, put it on a mug, these, fulfill the process of printing it onto the physical product and then just selling it on to their customer. So there's a whole process, and I just felt at the time that print on demand wasn't where my head was at, although I've gone through the pains and I am still in a position to show or guide my community who some of them are print on demand sellers. So anyway, this is our output. So we need to look and see what, let's just generate more. I'm not getting exactly what I'm looking for, and I'm not reading the prompts. I gave it an idea. There might still be some here. This is lovely. This will work. Okay. So I will be showing you how to take this into Printify and ultimately set it up as a physical product to sell on Etsy. Okay. I love this. This is beautiful. I can put some text in there, and yeah, let's just wait for the last batch. I would also use Etsy for some idea inspiration. So this is nice. This is something that I can easily do. This is just a bundle of just images, right? So, well, how many? 100 images of, yeah, let's see how do they actually sell it? PNG files. Okay, so it's a 1:1 ratio. So you're not getting it singular. I don't think you're getting it singular. I think you're getting it this. Yeah, you're getting it in a 1:1 ratio, and then you need to go, I think, put it into a template that will help you put it in a circle, basically, right? So you can also go to Creative Fabrica. I've just done a search on Canva ornament templates, and this is what popped up. Okay, so if you don't want to sell it as a print on demand product, you just want to sell it as a digital product, then you obviously need to put it in a template that puts it in a circle. I can't remember how. I think I've put mine in circles, and then the customer would just cut it out. It was last year, and it's not something, but we can learn together, right? Here we go. This is what I mean. So once you search on Creative Fabrica for Mockup, for Canva ornament template, that was the wording, right? Here we go. Canva ornament Canva template, right? Look out for these so that you can drop your images into something like this and then sell it on as a digital product, right? So we'll do that. You can download. I want notifications. Just extract it. So copy the link, take it to Canva. Okay, so you can take it, copy your link, take it to Canva. It will take you to Canva. Once you copy the link, it will take you to Canva. You can view the template, open in editor. And then for digital product sales, I think you need to put it into something like this so that your customer can just easily cut it out. So that was just a side note. We're not focusing on selling digital products, but if you are not in the physical product space, the POD space, then you can do this to sell it on to your customers. Okay, so like I said, just a side note. Then going back to Creative Fabrica, I just wanted to show you guys. Here we go. So you can also, which is very important, have some mockups that you can download from Creative Fabrica. Creative Fabrica is about $3.99 a month. I re-signed up last week after I discovered that they've got their own studio. They've actually got their own equivalent to maybe like an Artistly or Canva AI or Kittle, whatever. So this is theirs, Start Designing, and you can basically, for that same fee per month, $3.99 per month, over an annual subscription, you can use the Flow AI system that, let's use that same prompt. I forgot a link. Let me just use another prompt. Let's go here. And I didn't know this up until last week when I was told by one of my members. Actually I did know about, but I did know about Creative Fabrica's AI generator, but it was never something that I wanted to explore. And then again, another member told me, Lucille, try this. Wow! Look how gorgeous this is, watercolor art style. But also another side note, if you are looking for design tools, Creative Fabrica with this $3.99 fee per month, you've also got an AI generator there. So let's go back to Artistly. Where's this prompt now that I just did? Let's go. Maybe we didn't generate it here. So there's a few that I can use. I like this. I can also use this. This is perfect. This hits the spot perfectly. You can just slap on some text, top, bottom, Merry Christmas 2025, or whatever it is. So we'll just choose the ones that we want to work with, and then fail to generate. What was wrong? It will tell you here. Not a safe word. Please adjust your prompt. It doesn't tell me what. Wearing knitted scarves in winter, pastel playing in snow, surrounded by plenty of white space. Polar bears wearing knitted scarves. What is wrong here? I don't know. You tell me. What? I don't know what's so bad about this prompt. Artistly being artistly. Go. Let's go. Let's get to the mocking up. There's a few that I like here. I'm just going to ask the prompt, this custom GPT. Please, can you focus on the background, that it is on a white background. Make sure that the background is on a white or transparent background. I don't want any solid backgrounds in the design. Can you also try and focus on like minimalistic designs, such as a Christmas tree with some presents on it? Not like heavy clip art designs, if that makes sense. Let me know. I like to ask my ChatGPT to ask me questions so that Alex can give me what I want. Okay. Let's go back. I'm also going to try some of the, there we go. I do like this though. I love the colors. It's like the northern lights at the back. I like the strength of these colors. Let's go. I'm going to go clip art style. Okay. There, and before. Okay. I'm just fiddling with different art styles so I can see which one's giving me the best output. This is nice. So it's very more minimalistic. It's not heavy on the art brush. It's isolated, and that is what we need for clip for ornaments. Sorry, brain freeze, for ornament designs, right? You can't have a heavy background with lots of things. It's not going to work. I'm just looking to narrow down. I wonder how we can use this. I like this, but it also the background. If I background remove, it might just go back to Etsy. Okay, let's just select a few and then we can take it to Printify. This won't work, so let me choose what I want to use. Bulk download. Let me take the truck and let's go more. I like these. I like this, so let's see which one. I like the bigger house, so like this for almost like a pattern effect, and this can work. I don't think I'm gonna be able to use all of them. This is lovely. Why? How did I miss this truck? And then this is also something that you can personalize. The Jacksons. Merry Christmas, the Jacksons. Yeah, especially this one. So I'll take this one. I'm just gonna download those. Download, and then we'll see which ones work, and we take them to Printify. Now, Printify is a great place also to get dimension specifications that people use physically. So if you, as a digital seller, such as me, if you don't really know the physical sizes of a 20 Oz tumbler, a 40 Oz tumbler, a 16 Oz Libby cup, there's a lot. Bookmarks, notebook, whatever. If you don't know these sizes as a regular user of these sizes, then you can use Printify to give you those dimensions. And it just helps a lot with trying to understand what size you need to create a particular product in. So if you go to Printify, you will see I've just gone to catalog over here. You can type in ornaments, and then it will give you a whole list of ornaments. Now there's different shapes and sizes. We want the round, circular, ceramic type of this one, right? So you can just click on whatever one will work for you. As a physical product seller, you would have to study and see what are best sellers. That when I said earlier, it digresses a little bit away from the digital product selling process, because with the physical products, you need to look at things that like this, like best sellers. There's a reason people are buying that particular product from Printify. So there's a lot that goes into selling the print on demand side of things versus selling digital products. Assuming this is one that we want to go for, you can click on Start Designing. And if you scroll down to the left here, you'll see the print area. Okay, this is not the one that we want. Why is it the heart? I don't want the heart. And I know they give you options here. I don't want the heart. I don't want the heart. Yeah, I want the round. That's what I want. Okay. So now you back here to the circular shape, and it tells you on the left what's the size. So someone that's actually going to sell the physical product, that's the dimensions that they are going to be working with. So Printify is amazing for that. And obviously there's a lot of products in Printify, so whatever you need to go and check and see what the dimensions are, Printify is the place to do that. So you can upload your design. So let's start with this one. Okay, so almost a perfect fit. What you need to remember here, the black line is a guide in terms of, it's telling you, actually the perforated line, it's telling you not to go beyond that. Anything beyond that, you're now touching cut off area, meaning that once you set this up as a physical product, you will then, if your design is beyond the perforated line, it's in the danger zone of being cut off. So if there's a letter or a font or something over this perforated line, just know that it will be cut away, okay? So you need to make sure, very important here, that your design is within the perforated line and something like this. Now, you can do the following step in Canva or whatever editing tool that you use, but if you want to customize, and I highly recommend that if you're selling this as a digital product, you customize it, because the commercial value to customize ornaments just goes up a lot more if you put some personalization. I mean, with anything on Etsy, really, doesn't really matter. So let's see, it doesn't have a Christmas. Let's go with this one. Let's say Merry Christmas. Okay. Make it. Yeah, and then that red line is just to tell you, okay, you've now hit the center mark, right? So you can say Merry Christmas, maybe make it slightly smaller, so the S is not, there you go. And you can put another text box there. $20.25. Okay, you can also arch the text. Yeah. I don't know, Williams family. Guys, I don't sell this on a regular, that I don't want arched. So the curve we'll have to remove or just get it to 0. So something like that. It's personalized. You've got the surname, you've got the year that this is happening, and then you've got the family name in the ornament. Okay. This Christmas is still a bit hidden. This is not going to be sold, so I think I'm just going to ease off the analysis paralysis here. I'm going to go preview. And that's what the end result will look like. Okay, so I like to download my mockups because I like to share it in my community. So if anyone is interested in seeing how I did these, then they can just watch the video. Okay, here we go. And then the last one. Let's do another one, and then I'll just show you how you can also mock this up within Artistly. Okay, so let's go back. I'll remove this one. Okay, and then I'll just go and add, which image shall we take? So you need to look and see where you get the best white, white negative space, because you need to use that and customize. That's what I would do. I would look at the white spacing and see, for example, this truck one is something that you can have some text here and say, always in my heart, from Tiffany to John, or something like that. Maybe John likes driving trucks, or he owns a red truck. I don't know. But I would place text here and say, Stephanie to John, always in my heart, or always remembered, or I love you, or whatever. Okay, I'm going to go with the patterny one, the last one. I'm going to go with this one just to show you what it would look like. Again, you have to remember that if it's with, yeah, this is not the best example, but it's a good one to demonstrate the whole perforated line. Okay, there we go. Let's see what it looks like. So it still could work for a non-personalized ornament. You can maybe put like a white element block here with text in black that says something to someone. There's a lot of white space here, so I'll maybe edit that. Make sure that I've got no white space there, because in this example, the pattern actually works slightly different to the one where it's more personalized. It's up to you. You can have a patch with just this. I think the tree would still look nice. And you can have a white element like a strip here and then text on top of it. Something that resonates, whatever. Family name 2025, or our first Christmas, John and Sarah, and then just design it on top of the pattern that it is here. Also just going to download this. I think they look cute. Let me know what you guys think of them. Now you will see that the mock-ups are stock standard, right? You can go to other suppliers that sell the same sort of product and use their mock-ups in Printify. Alternatively, you can use Artistly's mock-up generator, which sits under AI Design Assistant. Click on mock-up, go to your library. You can choose a design. Okay. And then I'm going to try this with you. I've never done an ornament mock-up. Create a white circular ornament mock-up image of the ornament hanging on a Christmas tree with a blurry background. On the ornament, include text, love you, John, from Steph. Okay. I'm not big on spelling. I just want to get the 4 and let's generate. So this is the first time I'm actually doing a mock-up of an ornament in Artistly. However it comes out, we will be both surprised. Let's go back. We'll do another one or two. Go to library. This one. I want 4. A Christmas ornament mock-up of a circular hanging ornament on a Christmas tree, centralized in the camera with a blurry Christmas theme background. On the ornament, include text, my big boo bear John. I hope John appreciates this. Ta-da! Artistly gets it. Now, for print on demand, be very careful. Whatever you are mocking up on Etsy, it must be exactly that image. I'm not sure if it's just the first image that needs to be the exact product, and then your follow-up mock-ups can be variations of it. But just go and read the Etsy Seller's Handbook to get direct instructions about selling print-on-demand products. For digital products, you can use these as demonstration purposes because you're not selling a hard copy. You are only selling the digital design. Okay? You from Love you, John. Did I not put a comma? Oh, I didn't put a comma, so that's me. My grammar is off. Anyway, I love Artistly's ability to follow instructions, and then we will just wait for this one, and that would be the end of the video. I cannot complain. My big boo bear, John. Amazing. Amazing. So that is the video for creating Christmas ornaments with AI Q4 on Etsy. And then as a side extra bonus, I just showed you how to mock them up in Artistly. Again, just be very careful for print on demand products, but for digital products, you can mock it up which any way you feel, as long as you are demonstrating the design accurately and not something distorted from what the customer's paying for and ultimately will be receiving. I hope this video helped you. If you want to join my paid community, AI Prompt Heaven is $9 a month. Please look at the link in the description. I've also got a digital product bootcamp course, a course at your that's at your own pace. So if you want to learn everything from A to Z, from how to set up an Etsy store, to search for products that's in demand, what is SEO, keyword research, how to mock up, how to design, which tools that I use. If those are things that you want in a centralized place, I've also got the link to my course, which is the Digital Product Bootcamp. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you in the next one.